First ever victory in motocross. Well, Bear told us it's the one thing that I've been missing this year. I've already finished third, I've had some second places, I won one heat. It's true that now I'd love to have an overall Grand Prix victory, but you never know. 5 or 6 riders are quite capable of winning it. I think you can only think about victory after the second race start, but this weekend I'm hoping to win for sure. There was a big crash in qualifying for Holland's Oscar Vrommans on his Honda. Somehow he was unhurt. Let's look at it again in slow motion. Fortunately, the rest of qualifying in Group A went more smoothly than that, but noticeably Honda taking the top 4 places. Well, most favourites for victory were in Group B practice. This was dominated by Suzuki. Belgians Marnik Bevoorts took the best time. He's third in the championship, but he's only 36 points behind Stefan Everts with 4 Grand Prix to go. The title fight still wide open, as he told us.
Anything can happen still. It's 4 Grand Prix, 8 races, so anything can happen. I still believe in it and I go for it.
Second fastest Holland's Pedto Tractor, also Suzuki after a difficult first half season. But he's getting closer to the top in qualifying as well as during these races.
Last
2 or 3 races he said were okay. It's getting better and better all the time, so I'm going to try and get a really good result here. Third is Tractor's teammate Leon Gisbers. Again, Suzuki, very good result for team manager Kees van der Ven. He's very optimistic about the end of the season.
Yeah, that's true. We already close to it. We have already 1 podium place in Belgium then. But we hope for more. The goal is to be every race on the podium, and I hope it can happen here again. So we look forward to it.
4th fastest in Group B, championship leader Belgian Stefan Everts, the Kawasaki rider, taking no risks here in Poland. Everts looking to keep his championship lead and maybe take a few more points over his closest rivals, Bolland and Bevoorts.
There is no tactic, you know. It's important to make no mistakes and to use my head, and that's what I'm trying to do. Take a good start, and I feel very good today. Feel very relaxed when I'm riding, and you know, I'm looking forward to race, and I think I have a good chance to win today.
5th fastest, top of the Yamaha riders, Italian Andrea Bartolini, with Bob Moore out and Yves de Marie only back for Japan. He couldn't ride in Venezuela after all, his leg wasn't healed. Bartolini is the only member of Rinaldi's team left. Well, he told us about the track. He said it's half hard and it's half sand. It's not very good for an Italian rider. But yesterday I made a good time, so I hope I have a good race if I can get a good start. Well, deceptive 9th place only for American Talon Bolland, the Kawasaki rider, second in the championship, 32 points behind Everts. But he can't explain why he had such a bad qualifying run.
I don't know, I think yesterday just wasn't my day, you know. I was actually trying pretty hard, but the guys just had better times than I did, and I said, okay, I'm 9, and I don't want to take too many risks. I felt a little bit on the edge.
Right behind him in 10th is French Yamaha rider Frédéric Bolley. A bad result for him, but he seemed to be back in good shape after the last Grand Prix. So Bolley is confident for the coming race, as he told us after qualifying.
Well, I had
a bad start to qualifying. I had a puncture at the beginning. It penalised me really because the track was getting more difficult and I could only get 10th time. I was a long way back on the grid. I think I'm going to be 20th when we put the 2 groups together, but with a good start I think it should be okay. I'm worth much more than this place has given me. While we have a look at some of the qualifying action, quick news today. Max Biaggi signed a $1 million contract to stay with Aprilia in the World 250 Road Racing Championship. Manager Carlo Pernat said the deal is the biggest the team has ever agreed to. Biaggi, of course, leading the World Championship with 188 points after 9 rounds, 39 ahead of Japan's Tetsuya Harada. Also news, Aaron Slight, the New Zealander, took his hat-trick of wins in the Suzuka 8 Hours, the endurance race at the weekend, riding for Honda with Tadayuki Okada. Well, back to the Polish Grand Prix now, World Motocross here on Eurosport. And we're waiting now for the start with Bartolini and Nicol, both very hopeful for a good hole shot here. The flag drops, the gates go down. It's a hole shot for Bartolini, in fact. They're on the number 11 bike. He goes ahead of Nicol. Big crash behind, though. About 12 riders go down. Gisbers, Beery, Bowley. Beera gets back on. But he crashes again further on that lap, and he is now completely out. So it's Britain's Kurt Nicol for Honda taking the lead in front of Biverts, Bartolini, Everts, and Dutchman Tractor. But on the second lap, Kurt Nicol made a mistake, and Beverts takes the lead. But then behind them, disaster. Rob Herring, watch this. The British rider falls. His Honda goes down, and riders crash into him. Tabers, Britain's Justin Morris, and Gisbers all involved in that horrific accident. Let's have a look again in slow motion. Well, here comes Rob Herring. He gets sideways, lands sideways, drops the bike, tumbles down the slope. The marshals are not that quick in reacting, as you can see, because already the riders are coming over the hill. They're committed. One hits Herring's bike. That, in fact, was Britain's Justin Morris. He has a broken shoulder, and Gisbers breaks some teeth. So a big disaster here. The race isn't stopped. Luckily, most of the pack's gone through. And Beverts and Nicol are now leading the race. They're building up a gap ahead of Bartolini Tractor, who's now taken 4th place from Stefan Everts. Well, Tractor now takes 3rd place from Bartolini, but still out ahead. It's Marnik Beverts easily leading this first of the 2 races here on this 1.88 kilometer track. Remember, 40 minutes plus 2 laps. That's the length of each heat here in the Polish Grand Prix. Well, as Beverts goes further and further ahead, looking behind now for Kurt Nicol. Yeah, the British Honda rider still there in 2nd place. Then Bartolini, Stefan Everts, and Sweden's Joachim Karlsson riding for Kawasaki. Tractor down in 6th place now, but in the closing laps of the race, Beverts builds up a huge lead. Well, for Andrea Bartolini, tragedy. He retires on the last lap of the race, having run out of fuel, and Everts takes that 3rd place from him. So Marnik Beverts for Suzuki, the Belgian, takes the win from Britain's Kurt Nicol on Honda and Belgian's Stefan Everts on the Kawasaki. And don't the crowd just love it? 4th, Joachim Karlsson, and 5th, Petro Tractor. Talon Volland managing to scrape for a 6th.
And I passed him in the 2nd lap, I think, or in the 3rd lap. And then I make a gap, and I think he crashed or something. And then it was quite easy for me. I just ride my tempo, and that was good.
Crashed indeed he did. We heard Marnik Beverts there telling us exactly what happened. So a very thrilling first race here in the Polish Grand Prix. Everyone now looking to see if Beverts can pull off the double here. Stefan Everts still the leader of the championship, Beverts 2nd, Talon Volland 3rd, and Kurt Nicol looking to move up a place if he can with another ride, good ride here today. 2nd place, excellent performance, making up for the disappointment of the British Grand Prix. For the 2nd race, up the hill they go, and it's Beverts. We just see out ahead. He takes the whole shot in front of Karlsson and Tractor. So Kurt Nicol losing out there on the start. Tractor taking 2nd place in front of Karlsson. And then Kurt Nicol there in 4th place. So Kurt is still right there with the leaders. in this 28-degree heat here at Gdynia in Poland, the Polish Grand Prix. Well, Bowley there in 9th place. He retired in Heat 1, but he's going ahead in Heat 2, looking for a top 10 finish. Beverts already coming up to lap 5, and he's built up a few seconds gap in front of Tractor. Joachim Carlton, 4th in the first race, has now moved up into 3rd place on the number 13 bike, and right behind him, Volland and Everts fighting out for 4th place. There's Carlton, he's in 3rd. Volland and Everts close behind, which means that Kurt Nickel is now in 5th place. Well, after 40 minutes and those 2 laps, Volland and Everts close up to Carlson. Can they pass Carlson? That's what everyone's waiting to see. Kurt Nickel now in 7th place behind Aaltonen.
Pas le deuxième. Oui.
Everts takes 3rd place, but then Carlson is out with mechanical problems. And Voland is in trouble as well. He goes down after falling heavily, maybe a broken shoulder as well. So Beverts still leading about 10 seconds in front of Pedro Tractor. Marnik Beverts from Belgium on the Suzuki, heading for the double. And Beverts wins race 2 in front of Tractor and Everts. So he wins the Polish Grand Prix and takes back 10 points from Everts. A great day for the Belgian rider. Kurt Nickel, he finishes 5th after the retirement of those 2 bikes ahead of him, Volland and Carlson.
I think it's going to be really good for the World Championship title. I think it's possible to catch him.
And what does Stefan Everts think of that? 3rd in both races.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I lost 10 points, that's not so good. But no, you have those days, you know, and then the race don't go so well for me. But you know, I make the best of it, and I was 2 times 3rd, so I had some problems. The second heat, I didn't have any rear brake pedal, it broke off. So it was very difficult for me to use the rear brake, and also the first heat, you know, it was so difficult to pass with Bartolini. You know, I'm happy. Next week is a new weekend and a new race.
Well, a good result from Tractor, 5th and 2nd. He takes 3rd place overall. His first 95 podium, confirming he's now back in good shape.
I had a good start. I was behind Barefoots and I finished 2nd, so that was good for me, and I can follow him very easy in the beginning. But the last 10 minutes I got a little problem with my suspension, but I hope next week it's much better.
There's the championship graphics, Kurt Nickel in 4th. Well, that's it from